We're going to keep things moving here on Radio Balls. I'll tell you what, it's interesting. In Raleigh, not a lot of groups stay around in Raleigh. When they perform, they'll kind of come in for the day, leave, and that's it. But I've got a special group in the studio. As a matter of fact, the Shindellas performed in Raleigh on Sunday, stuck around until Monday, even though they're currently on tour. They've been all over the place, and this group is, as a matter of fact, they've got a hit, as a matter of fact, right now that's on the Billboard charts. We're going to talk more about that as we are joined by Casey, Stacy, Tam, the Shindellas, joining us here on Radio Boss. What's happening, ladies?
We're in the building.
Make some room.
And see, that's the show on Sunday was amazing. And see, that's the kind of energy that you all bring on stage. Speak to that and really the camaraderie of you three young ladies.
Man, we always say when women come together, powerful things can happen,
Yes.
and we are living truth of this.
Mm-hmm.
The Shindellas are a women empowerment group. We talk about self-love, self-worth, and respect, and we want to share our love with everybody who reaches us. Our music is a fun, safe space for everyone, and that's what we're about.
We really push each other, like that energy on stage, that camaraderie. It really is us pushing ourselves and each other to be the best version of ourselves. Like, we've been together 6.5 years now, so we've heard each other and seen each other doing things when we're not even thinking that we may not know individually we're capable of. But then Tam or Stacy can look at me and be like, no, Case, you can go harder. I can look at Stacy and be like, you can push further. And I think you see us being safe to take those risks together on stage.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. Somebody asked me, well, the Shindellas, what are they? What's the genre? And my first thought was R&B, but not exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like you all mentioned it in the show on Sunday. You have a name specifically for it, the New American Soul.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
Speak to that.
Yeah, so basically we are a sum of all of our influences. I mean, you have gospel, I have a gospel background. Stacey has soca music, she's Jamaican.
Yeah.
And in this cases, she has like you said it was grunge.
Musical theater.
Musical theater, that whole thing. And then we work with two extraordinary men, Claude Kelly and Chuck Harmony, who have written and produced for everybody. And they wanted to push the envelope and break out of the box. And so when they brought us together, they heard our voices, heard where they could go. And so they basically created a sound around that. And that's why you get New American Soul.
So the outfits yesterday, love the outfits. Was that more a nod to maybe a Tina Turner?
Oh, I can see that.
I could see that, honestly.
Right.
Oh God, rest her soul. We
I
love
know,
Tina.
we love
Yeah.
Tina.
Love Tina.
We've been rocking the sparkles. Since we first came together in these full-length sequins bespoke jumpsuits, and we just love to just make a splash on stage. We love the showbiz element of performing. So, I mean, I can see the Tina though, because the legs were out, being a little.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is shaking happening.
Yeah, she's my supreme. That's like my number one
Yeah.
influence. So yeah.
All of you are great on stage, but I think Casey, you really really get into it, right?
I'm a showgirl, baby. I am a
Okay.
showgirl. I grew up watching movie musicals. I saw Dorothy Dandridge dancing on a table and Carmen Jones and said, I'm gonna be that girl. And so I fight for that. I love being on stage. I performed in Vegas. I actually I played Tina Turner in a show and Lena Horne. So it's just deep in my blood.
The one and only, the Shindellas, joining us here on Radio Boss. Casey, Stacy, Tam in the studios. We're at the studios of WAUG, as a matter of fact, here on the campus of historic St. Augustine's University in the capital city of North Carolina, Raleigh, which, by the way, the Shindellas have been to Raleigh 3 times now.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And I'm ashamed, this is my first time was seeing y'all on Sunday. Had I known before, right?
It was perfect timing. though.
Perfect
It was perfect
timing.
Raleigh loves you guys.
Man.
We love Raleigh.
Every time we've come to Raleigh, it's been such a blessing and so cool. The first couple of times we came with our guys, Louis York, and we shut down Poor House, and it was amazing. And so we had to make it happen again on our own. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. So tell me about the tour. I think Friday you were in Baton Rouge. You were in the
Yes.
capital city of Louisiana.
Yes.
And so forth. Home to we're talking about HBCUs. Home to Southern. I know you guys are out of Nashville, Fisk and Meharry and Tennessee State. Out of there, we're on the campus of course, St. Augustine's. How's the tour going to this point?
It's been so wonderful. Just connecting with people, looking people in the eyes, giving people gifts like this one, you
For
know.
you.
Just
Thank
leaving
you
them
with
with
the
small things they
Telling
can
you.
hold and touch. It just means the world to us to just connect with people this way. And we can really see how our music is affecting people and which songs people are gravitating to. Like last night, this song that's on the radio now, everyone is really loving this song. We love to see people dance to it. We taught people to dance.
Yeah.
Our shinny step, and it's so much fun seeing everybody put their own little spin on it. So it's been a great time.
I gotta say that this is how things work. So I heard the commercial for you guys coming to the Pour maybe a week ago, but honestly, the thing that caught me was it was a record store. I thought I knew all the record stores here in Raleigh. I'm a huge record collector. But then I saw just on Friday, I saw either on Revolt or BET Her.
Oh, wow.
I saw the video, and the video was so dope. Like it had that the swimming pool, the summertime vibe, and all of that kind of stuff. And that's when I reached out to management. By the way, y'all management is awesome. The three mics.
Yes.
I mean, that's how management should do artists and should relate to media. They do an excellent job with that.
Thank you.
Speak to the vibe of that video. Phenomenal video.
You wanted some of that barbecue, didn't you?
Yes.
That barbecue was as good as it looked.
It
I
was
just
a
want to
real,
say that.
yeah, it was a real party. We literally just had cameras at an actual gathering that we created with some of Nashville's greatest, and we have a great community out there. So we just were like, let's invite this person, and just make it a thing. So we did that, and it was incredible.
It was fire. And you were at the show last night. So the DJ who DJ'd that party, DJ True Star, we had DJ True Star and DJ Afrasheen. DJ True Star is our DJ. She was playing with us on stage last night.
Yeah.
It was really a family affair.
Nice full circle moment there.
Yeah, no doubt. So how did you all 6.5 years?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because I remember. Well, recently I read the article on NPR about you guys that came out in 2019, and you get on NPR, NPR interview, you're doing something at that point. Did this pandemic slow you guys down a bit, perhaps?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, we had big dreams. We were going. 2019, we were pulling together a band because we wanted to start our tour. We were starting.
We had dates booked.
We had dates booked, and then everything it stopped, which made us really consider, seriously consider our career and our path and how we could still move forward. And we were still really new. So it just made us really come together. We got really vulnerable. We understood that it was still something, music is gonna always be a part, and it was healing at the time too, music. And so we needed that to be a part of what we were doing, a part of our lives. And we decided we're still gonna do it together.
We started creating.
And, we created Fear Has No Place.
We worked on a whole album during the pandemic.
Yeah, and that song, Fear Has No Place, came out. It was our song to ourselves and to everyone that even though we have so much uncertainty happening right now and there's so much division and confusion, fear has no place in our hearts. We are not going to let this harden our hearts. We're not going to be afraid of sharing our love and sharing our music to the world. So we got stronger, actually.
Absolutely.
And that first album that came out of the pandemic, Hits That Stick Like Grit, is fire. I think that's when we really kind of started to refine and define that new American soul sound and really started to push ourselves.
Now, are each of you from, I know you're not, but tell us where each of you are from. I know Nashville is where you all are collaborating, and I want to talk more about that because that's interesting. Music City, but that's mostly known for country. But where are you all from individually?
Okay, I'm Stacy, and I'm from Chicago. Yeah, from the north side of Chicago.
This is Casey, and I am your Seattle supernova.
And they call me Texas Tam because I actually was raised south of Houston, but I was born in Dallas, so I claim both of them as home. I have roots everywhere, but yeah.
Oh, is it? Yes, I was in Houston April. I'd never been to Houston.
Oh, really?
And I was on the Alameda
Alameda,
and I had some place I ate that was fantastic.
Houston has some good food.
Oh,
man.
Houston has got the vibe. I love Houston. And so now Washington, Seattle, I think you all are going out to Washington to perform. So you're kind of going back home a little bit.
Home.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. Really looking forward to that show.
Yes, and the thing about Nashville, it's not just country music.
Right.
It is known for that, and they have their own space. They built a really wonderful space for themselves there. But there's so much more music there. We talk about all the time how there's gospel, blues,
R&B. The R&B scene is growing, and the hip hop scene is growing.
Hip hop scene is fire.
We got there at the perfect time because I think what we bring to music was needed, and so we were received with open arms from the country community, gospel community, everybody.
And you know, Nashville is called Music City, and people think country music, but it actually got the name when the Fifth Jubilee Singers performed for Queen Victoria. And she said, with voices like that, wherever you're from must be Music City. So we'll call Nashville Music City from now on. So
Come on,
Nashville,
Fizz.
come on, Fizz.
Black history.
Come on,
That's
Black
right.
history. Come on, American history. You know, and it's nice to be a part of the changing of the guard.
Yeah.
No
absolutely.
doubt about it. The Shindellas joining us here on Radio Boss, Casey, Stacy, Tam.
Yeah.
No, so staying with Nashville and country, you guys performed at the CMAs?
CMTs.
We did
CMTs,
CMA
okay.
Country Christmas.
We did
Yeah.
CMA Country
Okay.
Christmas
Right.
though.
But we were
So
the
I guess
first.
yes.
We made some history. We had no idea we were making history when we did it, but we were the first R&B girl group to open the CMT Awards with Lady A, who was so gracious and so amazing. It was a good time. It was a really good time.
Pyro.
Oh yeah.
Lots of pyro.
Yeah, that was
Pretty
fun.
big
Our
stage.
first time on that huge stage, and it was just like whoosh, heat, everybody screaming. It was just so much
It
fun.
was amazing.
So, Chicago, Washington. Tell me specifically again, Washington, where?
Yeah, I say Seattle, but
Seattle.
I actually grew up in Bellevue.
Okay.
Seattle's just where I cut my teeth and spent my time.
Okay, all right. And Dallas/Houston.
Yes.
So how did you guys come together, and specifically come together, I guess, in Nashville?
Yes, Chuck Harmony and Claude Kelly, also known as Louis York, who pulled the Shindellas together. They were both based out of LA and New York and wanted to create a hub for their new label called Weirdo Workshop. So they had considered like Colorado and all these different places, but when they visited Nashville, this just felt right. Something about it was just like, this is where we're supposed to be. And honestly, that's what we're being led, honestly, to everything. So we just followed that feeling to Nashville. I was the seed member of the Shindellas. I helped to decorate the space and create this creative space, Weirdo Workshop, where we have our studio, we have our rehearsal space, we have our visioning room, our conference room with a giant vision board where I stuck Tam and Casey's face on the board while we were auditioning all these women. And there were so many no's. There were so many times where I was just like, please, Lord, please let this happen. Just meetings from the UK to LA, just everywhere. And it took a year and a half to find my girls. But the Weirdo Workshop was the hub of that space. And we all just moved there, 6.5, 7 years ago. We just moved, took a leap of faith, and started this. We went into the Hot Wiggle, which is our rehearsal space. It gets hot in there. It's a garage flipped into
Okay. All right.
So we call it the Hot Wiggle because we get in there and
The sweat starts running down. I'd be like, hey.
Yeah, we got what Tam says is soul naked with each other. We told each other our truths, what we really wanted for ourselves, and we realized we wanted a lot of the same things and that we could do it together, that it would be more powerful and more impactful if we could do it together. So that's where Workshop and our space came together and how the Shindellas came together.
Wow, that is great. It's interesting. New American Souls. That is your name, the Shindellas, speaks to me to that. Like the back in the days,
Motown vibe.
Correct. Is that
Yeah.
is that the what's
That's
sort of
definitely the vibe at Where to
okay?
Workshop.
Okay.
Artists coming in and out, music always playing, new songs all the time.
Very much so Motown.
Very much
Old
so
school
Motown.
Motown, yeah.
Mhm.
And we definitely had this idea with the Shindellas of having that classic, elegant, feminine vibe, but with a modern, futuristic sound and messaging. So, like, I think Tam says, it's everything you've ever heard and everything you've never heard. And that name, we can get into the name, but the name kind of honors the mothers whose shoulders we stand on.
Yeah.
Those women who really paved the way for us.
Yeah.
No, yeah, because like we're watching this show, you guys come out again. Tina Turner strikes me first. The name, the Shindellas, right? It seems like, I mean, especially the last part, Ella, seems like a throwback to the '60s to me, and so you add the New American Soul piece to that. I really like that. Juicy, tell me about that. Like I know when you guys performed it last night. Okay, then I hadn't seen it, so I just saw the video. So tell me how that kind of came about.
Oh boy.
New season for the Shindellas
New
for
season,
sure.
man. We're celebrating the beauty that is Black women, women in general. We're celebrating being sexy, being loud and proud of that, being in love. Just like all the good things about being a woman is what this video is. So, and what that song is. Yeah.
So what does it mean to be? Oh, because I wasn't even aware of that until you mentioned it Sunday night that you got the song about last night is on Billboard.
Yes.
That's huge. I know
Yes.
you guys are super excited about it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It means the world.
It's crazy.
Okay, for me personally, my mom is from Jamaica, so if it's not on BET or something like Billboard, she's like, "Oh, okay, that's nice." So I gotta give her some legit stuff here, or else she just thinks I'm out here playing around. So it means the world to be able to be like, "Yeah, Mom, we're charting. Go turn on your radio, Mom. You're gonna hear me." So I'm really excited.
Well, y'all's video was again. It was either BET, Her, or Revolt. That's
Oh, yeah.
big,
Yeah.
and it's climbing.
It's climbing.
Yeah, I've got news for my mom.
So Shindo is the album that's forthcoming.
Yes.
October 20th. Is that
Yes.
okay? So talk about what can we expect on the album?
Oh, you can expect to be inspired, to dance, to feel a vibe.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It's a celebration. It's joy.
Mhm.
It's being in love. It's finding love. It's
Friendship.
Friendship. Yeah. All of it.
Shindo, to get chills, to be inspired, overwhelming feeling of inspiration, to be like, to get goosebumps. These are the things that the Shindellas want to bring to people. This is why we titled it Shindo, because that word is what we're named after. It's the word that really just describes that feeling when you listen to our music or you see us live. So that's what you're gonna get. It's just that Shindo.
Shindo.
And by the way, it's a
baby.
made up word, so please don't go looking for it in the dictionary. But we do need to
Maybe we
get
can
it
put it
going.
in
Yeah,
there.
we
need to
can.
put it
It
in
should be in
there.
the dictionary now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And so you guys like doing this kind of stuff. Seems like you're on the road a lot. You're touring now. It seems like you like doing the radio interviews and all that kind of stuff.
It makes it so much more real and tangible, especially after being locked down for so many years. We love interacting with our community because that's really what we're building. It's not just fans. We're building a community. We're building a love movement. So this is so special. Like every person we meet are people who are helping make our collective dreams come true. And then we hope we can then bring more light and love into the world. So it's like all of us are one.
Yeah, and it's really the least we can do.
It's
For all the work that you guys have been putting in on our behalf and making sure that the Shindellas are heard around the world.
Yes.
Like that is huge for us. So we are just so appreciative, honestly.
Wow. Yeah, no doubt. So are y'all into sports? I gotta ask sports questions. I mean, I'm a sports guy.
Tam is
I've-
sporty spice.
I love sports, but I have fallen off the wagon.
Have you?
I have fallen off the wagon. Football was my favorite sport. Still is to a degree, but a lot
Cowboys?
a lot of politics involved.
Oh, the silence.
So you're not.
I wish we could record the look. That is being
So that must mean yes.
Yes.
So I'm a Commanders fan, so anyway. Redskins, formerly known as.
Yeah, I was gonna say the command. Okay. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
So anything we miss here? What is it? What is it that you want people to know about the Shindellas?
Ooh. Well, we do have a mantra. You are allowed to be yourself without fear.
Yeah.
When we came together, we became a safe space for each other. And we really, really want our music and our shows and everything we do to be a safe space for people to show up as their authentic selves and feel seen and feel held and feel loved, even if it's just for one 3-minute song or one 90-minute show.
Also, you can join our delegation. This is a group of people who just want to know all things Shinny and be a part of our community. You can go to theshindellas.com and sign up to our emailing list and join our delegation. You get all the good news first, and you'll get special, there's incentives for being
There's
a
little
part
treats.
of our, little treats for being a part of our delegation.
And you can pre-order the record, Shindo, at theshindellas.com. Make sure to do that, because there's new music coming this week if you get that pre-order.
And it's going to be on vinyl and CDs too.
Yes.
You hit vinyl, yes.
Yes.
So you got me there. I'm all about the vinyl. Mostly old stuff, but yes.
And it
It
sounds
sounds
so
good.
good on
Okay,
vinyl.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We got the little sample one where we can test it out, and it
Crazy.
sounds great. It sounds like a whole nother thing, and I love that about records.
October 20th is the day, so.
You can pre-order that too.
Okay. Acting next for you.
Oh yeah.
We've
We've done that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
We did a
anything you
little
can
bit of
share?
that.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did
yeah.
Hallmark.
Oh,
Hallmark
We
movie.
did
Okay.
a Hallmark movie, and it was
A Nashville
a
legacy.
Nashville legacy that premiered. I think it was back in.
Was it March?
I think it was March.
Yeah.
Was it
It
end of
was
March?
March.
Mm-hmm.
So we had our acting role in that, but also we co-wrote a song with Carvin Haggins for the film, and then one of our songs was featured in the film as well. So,
yes.
That's so
you know,
fun.
we out here.
Casey, Stacy, Tam, making up the group, the one and only, the Shindellas.
Shindellas.
Joining us here on Radio Ball. Ladies, listen, the show was fantastic. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Continued success in all you do.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Mad love to you. Thank you for having us.